Hi, this is Ray at the Tower e-bike repair shop, and today we're going to be fixing a flat on our rad runner. So we got our rad runner here, must have picked up a thorn or something, and now the tire's flat. So there's a couple things you need to do to get the tire off. There's a lever here, and there's a little nut on this side. We're going to go ahead and flip this lever open, and then we're going to go over here and we're either going to unscrew this nut or we're going to hold this nut and unscrew this lever until the wheel comes out. Once you got your wheel out, you're going to go ahead and set it on a bench, something easy to work on. Unscrew the valve stem, get a lever into the bead, and then just work that lever around. Until you get this bead off the tire. And pop this valve stem through. Pull this tube out of the tire. Now you want to make sure you run your hand around the inside of the tire to check for any punctures, any thorns or any nails left in there. Find any of those, pull them out. I'm going to pick up a new tube. Going to insert the valve stem in first. Tuck that tube in there. This is a little tight. Get that tube all tucked around inside the tire. Make sure it's not pinched or kinked or anything. And work that bead down to the surface of the rim. Push as much of the bead onto the rim as you can. Use the lever to get it the rest of the way. This is not the best lever for this job. If you get stuck like that, you just push down, unseat the other bead, and it's real easy. Now once you got this this bead all the way onto the rim, then it helps if the tire stays horizontal when you inflate it. Just going to partially inflate. Make sure we don't have any big gaps on one side of this bead or tubes popping out. So just inspect all that around, all the way around. That looks good, then go ahead and fill it up to 30 psi max. Okay, got that up to 30 psi. You can go ahead and bring the axle right up into the fork, making sure that we line up the brake rotor with the brake caliper here. And then we're going to snug up the nut on one side until we start to feel tension in the lever on the other. Once we got a little bit of tension, go ahead and pull up hard on the rim to set the axle and flip the lever, or you can also set this on the ground and put downward pressure on the stem, and the weight of the bike will square up the axle inside the fork dropouts. If you had to do the rear tire, there's a couple of things you might have to manage here. There's a plug here, so we'd be disconnecting this plug here, and then we would be removing a couple of zip ties here. And then we could get to the axle nuts and remove those with a wrench and drop that rear tire out. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same process once you get the rear wheel out. That's how you would fix a flat on your rad runner. Hopefully this has been helpful information.